I created this Trinity Bible study for one of my closest Jehovah Witness friends. As a fundamental Baptist myself, my Jehovah Witness friends kept telling me that we as Baptists got most of our Trinity verses out of the New Testament, and that the Old Testament doesn't teach Trinity at all. So with that in mind, let's find out if the Bible teaches Trinity by comparing both the Old and the New Testament Bible scriptures.
The Father is our one and only Savior. Isaiah 43:11. I, even I, am the Lord, and beside me there is no Savior. So here we go again. The Father is clearly stating that He is the one and only Savior. Otherwise, He could have said, and beside me, or actually He wouldn't have said that. If He's the only Savior, then He's the only Savior. There's no one to the besides Him that's a Savior. Now clearly we know over and over and over that it's been established that Jesus Christ, if He is a creation of the Father, has stated that He is besides the Father. So you got the Father and then you've got the Son. So He's saying then that in this case, then if Jesus is there, for sake of argument, He is there as a created being, then He wouldn't be the Savior. Only the Father would be the Savior. Jesus would not be the Savior because it shows here specifically there's no other Savior but Him. If Jesus, on the other hand, is God, then we're talking about God Himself is the only Savior, and that there's no one else. Isaiah 45:21. Tell ye and bring them near, yea, let them take counsel together, who hath declared this from ancient time, who hath told it from that time. Have not I the Lord? And there is no God else beside me, a just God and a Savior. There is none beside me. So, again, God's going out of His way. There's no other God. In this case, it's big G. I've showed you before, little g, beside Him. And that's it. And again, He's a just God and a Savior, and there's no other entity or individual beside Him. Now again, we talk about the Son is our one and only Savior. Titus 2:13. Looking for that blessed hope and that glorious appearing of the great God and our Savior, Jesus Christ. Goes in direct conflict with Isaiah 43:11 when it says, besides me there is no Savior. And clearly, Jesus Christ, from the Apostle standpoint, is a Savior. So, don't you think that the writers of the New Testament knew the Old Testament very, very well? And don't you think that they would have known that in Isaiah that it says that there's no other Savior except the Father? So when they wrote this, they knew very, very well what they were doing, and that they would not be in conflict with the Scriptures. Otherwise, all the Scriptures would be false in the New Testament. I just thought that was very interesting.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to watch the next video explaining the examples of the Old and New Testament Trinity verses.